Today I have a video from Squeamy we're about to be checking out. Bubbles, the powerful crashout. Now, I love crashouts. You, yes you, love crashouts. We all love crashouts, but the crashout we're about to be looking at is no one other than Bubbles. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've seen the Powerpuff Girls. But man, if you've never seen the Powerpuff Girls, it was so goated. But we're about to check out what Bubbles is about to be doing. Link to the original video description down below. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like to this video, and let's get into it.
Crashouts. We've seen them in many different forms, but today I'm here to talk about a crashout that many of you probably don't even remember, and that's
you need to refresh my memory on this.
Sweet demon from the Powerpuff Girls, and this is the day she crashed out. So boom, the episode opens and Buttercup is fighting this monster that attacked Townsville, but it turns out that it's just—
Hey, hold on. Who is y'all favorite Powerpuff Girl? Mine's gotta be Buttercup, the angry one, the always angry one, the one who's always crashing out. Hey, but thing I will say is, Bubbles most definitely crashes out way more than Buttercup. I think we know why.
Just a training simulation. And up next is Bubbles. So when Bubbles goes in there, they start playing Mama's weak and changes it from danger level 9 down to a 2. Does she not have superpowers? Does she not be in there beating monsters with Blossom and Buttercup? So Bubbles starts trying to tell them she liked that and gets fried by this miniature robot, and they continue to play the girl weak. And then it cuts to them going to bed. And they are still playing that girl weak, calling her a baby, telling them to leave the hall light on.
I mean, that's reason to crash out right now.
And y'all, that was enough to start the crash out. So Bubbles sneaks down to the lab where the training simulator is, and Bubbles cranks that thing up to 11.
I love that goes up past 10.
Buttercup was at a 9 and was fighting a giant monster, and Bubbles pushed it past the 9 to 11. And when the mission starts, Bubbles immediately starts getting jumped by giant monsters. But what these giant monsters didn't know is Bubbles wasn't trapped in there with them. They were trapped in there with her. So one of the monsters eats her, and she immediately busts through the thing's teeth and mollywops the bitch into an explosion. And right when she gets done with that monster, these monsters thought it was sweet. And
look at the designs on these monsters. Why does this one right here have 6 nipples? The one in the back right here also has 6 nipples. And this one looks like a crane. And that one in the back looks like Darwin.
Asked her from behind because they got numbers. But Bubbles turns around, wipes the blood off her mouth, and goes in swinging, literally. And at this point, I'm like, nah, she different. Cause she putting holes
for real. What are the holes? Oh my god. What the? Whoa. Hold on, go back. What the heck? What's the rating for the show again? I gotta check. Six to 8 years old, and they have Bubbles punching people's eyes out, pulling off horns, and flying through them. What? Yo, I swear, shows back then were different, bro. They don't make them how they used to, bro.
Wipes the blood off her mouth and goes in swinging, literally. And at this point, I'm like, nah, she different.
Look at this.
She putting holes in, breaking off limbs.
Who was her teacher, Omni-Man?
Breaking the horns off them and driving it through their mouth.
What? 6 to 8 years old. 6 to 8 years old. Remind you, 6 to 8 years old.
Bubbles was out here massacring them and left them dead.
Another thing, I would never forget what she did to Mojo Jojo. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Her feet. And this was the beginning of the day that Bubbles crashed out. So the next day they're at school playing Duck Duck Goose, and Blossom tags Bubbles
go back real quick.
Out. So the next day they're at school playing.
What the hell is this right here? 2 potatoes with strings attached to their heads. That's crazy.
Duck Duck Goose, and Blossom tags Bubbles, and oh, she shouldn't have done that, because Blossom starts teasing Bubbles about how she can't catch her, and Bubbles blitzes Mama into the playground. And then she stands over her like,
was really good.
And in the middle of Bubbles doing this, the hotline goes off, and Bubbles had the mayor shook. She told that man,
say it with your chest.
Little ass nigga. So the mayor tells Bubbles that he's in a traffic jam, and Bubbles breaks the hotline phone, breaks into the dog's car, rips the dog out of the car just to beat the dog's ass.
That's animal cruelty.
Tell it the famous line, "Mercy is for the weak."
6 to 8 years old, by the way. This show is for kids 6 to 8 years old. Just to remind you.
So Blossom and Buttercup show up to try to stop Bubbles, and Bubbles basically said, "Fuck y'all, I can do this by myself." And believe it or not, the crash out after this point only got worse. Cause we cut to a man who stepped on the grass next to a keep off the grass sign, and Bubbles comes over there and rocks his
God. What the hell did she do to bro?
shit for stepping on a blade of grass. Then right after that, this dude dropped trash on the ground and then gets dropped by Bubbles. And then
Nah. This is some shit you would see Batman doing in Gotham.
This is when Bubbles commits literal murder, because this car is parked illegally and Bubbles picks up the car with the woman inside, chucks the car with the woman inside, and you can hear the explosion. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in the real world, that lady definitely
Content rating is 6 to 8 years old, by the way.
And then after all that, we cut to Bubbles standing over the town like evil Batman. The girl is a goddamn menace. But in the midst of her scowling over the city of Townsville, she gets snatched up by Mojo Jojo. And honestly, I feel more sorry for Mojo, because she
I feel like anyone would at this point.
So Mojo zaps this girl with a laser, but Bubbles tells that man his laser ain't got no gas, and Mojo cranks his laser up to 11 because the boy was offended. But little did he know, that was enough for Bubbles to break out and beat the literal life out of Mojo Jojo. Oh my God. She pulled everything out. Punches, lasers, more punches, and broke the man goddamn helmet.
I don't ever want to go against the Powerpuff Girls, because this is what they be doing to people.
Open his brain leaking, brother.
Oh my God, do you see what? No.
Punches and broke the man goddamn helmet open. His brain leaking, bro.
Do you see? That's what they be doing to this man Mojo Jojo. Send me to Gotham. I'd rather fight Batman.
Brother. Then right after this, Blossom and Buttercup burst into Mojo's lair, and you know what happens? They tell Bubbles that she liked that, and that's all she needs to hear to finally calm down and rejoin the Powerpuff Girls. And to celebrate, Bubbles beats the shit out of Mojo Jojo again. Please let him breathe. But anyway, that is the day that Bubbles crashed out. And that's all I got. So subscribe if you're new. Check out this video next. And until next time, stay swiggy, baby.
To be honest, that's not even the worst that what they did to Mojo Jojo. If you remember that prison scene, you know what I'm talking about. Man, I feel so bad for Mojo Jojo, bro. I mean, he may do bad stuff, but they be beating this man like he owed them $100 or something. Nah, but shout out to bro. Video to the original. Nah, but shout out to bro. Link to the original video in the description down below. I'm probably gonna check out more of your content some other time, but peace out to y'all. See you later.